on this lecture of first lecture of problem solving using computers. I think problem solving using computers actually works with the computers. The problem, we know what is the problem. Here we can draw your kind attention. There are so many problems. First, we can say every time we always concern with the problem. While running, while walking, while eating, while sleeping, every time you work on something. But there will be, anyway, there will be always some problems will be there. But what are those problems? And how to solve these problems using computer? That is our question. So let us start with problem solving using computers. Okay, I think, can you see my screen? All of you? Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Our paper title is Problem Solving Using Computers. Myself, Deepak Patil, Assistant Programmer, Srimati Kusumtai Rajaram Bappa Patil Kanya Mahavidyalaya, Islampur, welcomes you in the paper number first in computer science, that is problem solving using computers. So this paper is for BSc Part 1, Semester 1. The subject, optional subject, is a computer science. The program or the paper title is problem solving using computers. The code for this paper is DSC 11A. So this is a CBCS syllabus. This syllabus is a CBCS, that is choice based credit system. Choice based credit system. So in this BSc Part 1, in the semester 1, you are learning in the semester 1. Okay, so the name of our paper is problem solving using computers. Okay, let us start with the syllabus. This is the unit number 1, problem solving using computers, unit number 1. Part A is a planning the computer program. Planning the computer program. Then concept of problem solving. Concept of problem solving. Problem definition. Problem definition. Program design. Debugging. Types of errors in programming and documentation. Okay, this is a part A of unit number 1. Second part, that is a B part, that is a logical continuum of program of programming, that is Linux operating system and C language. Introduction to GCC compiler, components of compilation process, getting used the data types of C language, built-in standard library, nitty-gritty of programming, that is how it happens with the programming, structure, then algorithm, then pseudocode, that is next is a procedure, the program, then C programmer, program structure, VI editor, whittling with the first C program, checking whether the compiler is working, execution of how to make the file, then variable declaration, input output statement, format specifiers, and escape sequence. Now I feel that many of these things are new to you. These all many things, many words are new to you all, but don't worry, we shall take it very easy and in understandable way. So if you are not understanding this, you can anytime you can call me, or otherwise you can chat me on the WhatsApp personally. Otherwise you can chat me with uh, at the offline also. Okay, so this is unit number 1 of problem solving using computers. So don't worry, this unit is a very simple unit, but it is some sort of a planning of computer program and the logical continuum of program using the data types, then programming concepts, algorithm, then C programming, how the program will work, how the program can be written on the editor, VI editor, the program editor actually given by the C++. Also, we should work on the compiler and how it compiler executes the particularly program. Also, how we can declare the variables. There are input and output statements in C language. There are some format specifiers and escape sequences. But anyhow, we shall learn this C language. Solving using computers in this paper, we have to learn C language. The C language is one of the language which is available with computers. So for this, particularly the B section will have two parts. The first part is how we can compile, what are the different operating systems, how the compiler works, then and the rest part is from the data types. See here, from the data types to the last point, that is escape sequences, is particularly the all things are available with C language. Okay, and now we shall learn and we shall turn to the unit number 2. See, this is a unit number 2, that is a control structure and arrays. So control structure and arrays, there are also two parts, that is A part and B part. First part, that is A, decision making and looping statement. Looping statement and decision making, there are introduction. First is a if statement, then if else statement, then nested if else, the switch statement, the while loop, the odd loop, do while loop, and the for loop, in loop control statements, and infinite loop. So these all decision making and looping constructs we are learning in this unit number 2. And in the unit number 2, the B part is arrays, having the features of these arrays, the definition of arrays, types of arrays, single dimensional array, two-dimensional arrays, and multi-dimensional arrays. So these two are the units. Okay, I think there are only 2 units. That is first unit. First unit was problem solving using computers, having first part is problem and definition of the problem, program design, concept of problem, and types of errors. And in the second part, there are 2 different parts, that is logical continuum of the program, that is how the program works on the operating system, as well as how the compiler works, what are the data types of language, what are data types, what is algorithm, what is flowchart, how the program works, procedures, programs, editor, the C program, checking how the checking whether the compiler is working or not, execution, variable declaration, input and output statement, format specifiers, etc. So these are two different units, unit 1 and unit 2. So first unit is problem solving using computers, and second unit is control structures and arrays. Okay, let us start with the problem solving using computers. So in this first part, in this unit, that is the A part, that is planning the computer program. In that, concept of problem solving, problem definition, program design, debugging, types of errors in programming, and documentation. Okay, so these are the points in our first unit, part A. Okay, let us start with the first concept. See here, this is the concept of problem solving. Let us start with the problem. How we can tackle with any problem. See here, in day-to-day life, we tackle with the problems. We tackle with the different problems. How the problem works, how the problem is created. Anyhow, when we are working on some issue, we are facing the problems, that how we can write, how we can read, how we can speak. That is also a problem. If you are going to your home from ST stand of your village, for example, there are two or three ways. There are two or three ways. But which way you are asking, which way you are adopting to go at your home, that is your intellectual capacity. How you tackle with this problem, that you are moving from a very shortest path from ST stand of your village towards your home. Can you say? One of the another problem, if we consider, if you are consider the first very important problem, that you are very much aware of how to prepare a cup of tea, how you are preparing a cup of tea. If you particularly with this problem, that the problem to prepare a cup of tea, we shall require some things. For example, we shall require one pot, we shall require the gas or stove, we shall require the water, milk, we shall require the tea powder, we shall require the filter instrument. So everything we required. So now, how to prepare a cup of tea, that is our problem. Now, how we can solve this problem? Now, obviously we shall see the problem solving to prepare a cup of tea. That firstly we shall take the pot, put it on the gas, we shall start the gas, and some water we can collect in that pot, and we shall start the gas. It will boil our water. We are adding the sugar. We are adding the sugar, that is one of the step. Then we are adding the tea powder, that is also another step. Also, the mixture will get boiled, that is third step. The mixture will get boiled. Again, after this step, we are putting the milk in that mixture of water, tea powder, and sugar. We are adding the milk in the boiled mixture, and at the last at the last, the particularly the tea will be ready to drink. In the next step, we shall filter this tea in one one cup. So, and you can drink it. So this is a very simple problem with a step-by-step solution. So particularly the concept of problem solving is having some sort of act of defining a problem. We have to define the problem first. So in this figure also, we have to define the problem, then determining the cause of the problem. So what is the cause? What is the reason behind this problem? Why this problem is occurred? We have to determine. Then we have to identify, prioritizing, and selecting alternatives for a solution. So we have to select alternatives for this solution, and we have to evaluate and select the particular solution. How we are going to evaluate, how we can calculate the particular problem is there or not, how that problem can be solved. And at the last, we have to implement the particular solution. So implement and evaluate that solution. So this is a particularly a cycle of problem solving. So we have to define the problem, we have to generate new ideas to solve the problem. So new idea may having some solution formulas, and those formulas we have to evaluate the particular solution. And at the last, we have to implement and evaluate that we can get that answer of that problem. Okay, so this is the concept of problem solving. So problem solving has different steps. So problem solving is the act of defining the problem. Anyway, anything you are doing every day is a particular problem, and we have to define that particular question, that particular problem definition, and then we have to select some solution. For selecting some solution, we have some good ideas, and then for solving of any problem, we should evaluate the particular solution by using some formulas. And those formulas, after evaluating, we can get the particularly solution, that is the answer of that question or answer of our problem. So problem is maybe a question, problem may be a mathematical problem may be anyway a decision making, problem may be a your personal problem may be anything, anyway. While uh, mm, while learning, there may be different problems. While in job also, there will be different problems. For everywhere, there are problems, but we have to solve these problems by identifying the solution, prioritizing the particularly things which we have some innovative ideas to solve any problem. Okay, so that is the implementation of our problems. Okay, the next thing is steps in problem solving. See here, there is a one particularly idea. Yeah, just I have implemented here. This is a question mark. See, every day we require to give the question mark to every aspect. For example, anyway, everybody is facing the problem. So we have to think for that. See, this fellow, this guy is kept his hand on the head, so that he is working on the problem and he is thinking for that problem. And there are so many questions in his mind. So he is defining that problem, he is evaluating that problem, he is thinking on that problem, he is selecting some alternatives, he is prioritizing some ideas, and later on the problem solving steps will be getting. For example, at the left side, if you see this uh, figure, there is a first step, that is identify the problem. So what is the problem? That we have to identify. Then we have to identify the causes. Because of what reason there is a problem? What are the reasons of that problem? Then third thing is a brainstorm solutions, that we have to think. This fellow is thinking over that, that is brainstorm solutions he is making in his mind. Now, after this making of giving or generating the new ideas, he is selecting the best solution, the best feasible solution for the particular problem. And then, which is the best solution, he is implementing that, he is using the formula, he is writing, evaluating that problem with the best option, and then implement a solution plan. He has to implement that particular solution plan, that formula which selected formula is used for that. And then at the last, you can say follow up, evaluate and monitor the progress of that problem. Okay, whether the problem is solved or not, that is also a question. So he has to see the follow up of our problem, whether we have identified the problem and we have given the best solution of that problem and we have implemented that solution. At the last, he has evaluated and monitor the particularly progress of that problem. Okay, so this is the step, these are the steps in the problem solving. Okay, what is this problem solving process? See here, there are 4 different steps we have studied in our first slide, that define the problem. Second, generate alternative solutions. Then evaluate and select an alternative. Implement and follow up on the solution. Let us see how to define the problem. There are some characteristics of the problem. What are the characteristics? Differentiate facts from opinion. So differentiate facts, how the facts are there. The problem has different facts, the problem are different opinions. Specify underlying causes. What are the causes or reasons? Consider these, each faction involved for information. We have to consider all the facts with a particular information. State the problem specifically. We have to state that problem, we have to write that problem specifically. Then identify what standard or expectation is violated, whether the problem has a solution, but whether it will satisfy the expectation is also identification. We have to determine in which process the problem lies, where the problem is and how to determine the process, and avoid trying to solve the problems without data. We have to solve this problem with the data. We cannot solve any problem without data. So this is how to define the problem. The second, generate alternative solutions. So characteristics are postpone evaluating alternatives initially. We cannot postpone alternatives. We have to implement these alternatives on the problem, on the solution. We cannot postpone this. We cannot give this belated. Include all involved individuals in the generating of alternatives. So we have to involve these all individuals. Maybe there are problems, but if there are a group of people and we have to generate the alternatives with the people, and we have to include all these people with the problem. The next is specify alternative consistent with organizational goals. So this is a particularly related to the organization or any company, that we have to give the some alternative or specify the good alternative, and it will make you a particular goal. Then specify short and long term alternatives. We have to specify short term and long term alternatives. There are some solutions, but we have to specify these solutions are a short term solutions or long term solutions. Then brainstorm in others idea. We have to take the ideas from others also. We have to brainstorm these ideas, and we have to seek alternatives that maybe this may solve our problem. So this will make or see our alternatives, seek these alternatives which can solve our problem. So we have to generate the alternative solution of our problem. Then the third is evaluate and select an alternative. Evaluate alternative characteristics is evaluate alternatives relative target standard, and we have to give the alternative very correctly. Which alternative, which solution can be effectively used for a particular problem, that is also solution. So which is the best solution, which is the feasible solution that we have to give for any problem. So there are some steps, that is evaluate all alternatives without bias, evaluate alternatives relative to established goals, evaluate both proven and possible outcomes, and state the selected alternative explicitly. We have to select the alternative, correct alternative for solving of our problem. Okay, so that we have to evaluate and that we have to select. Okay, and at the last step is implement and follow up on the solution. Now, when we get the good solution or best solution, we have to plan and implement a pilot test, on the chosen alternative. So gather feedback from all affected parties, seek acceptance and consensus of these affected, establish ongoing measures and monitoring, and evaluate long-term results based on the final solution. So all these things are get implemented on the particular problem, and because we get this good alternative, good solution for any problem. So we have to seek acceptance for particular things which is actually affected by that problem. Okay, so that is the problem solving process. Okay, then the next thing is a program design. So what is the program design? We know that program is a step-by-step solution to solve any problem, or you can say it is a step-by-step solution for solving any problem in the computers. Okay, let us see here. This is the particularly a circle given here. First is a problem. We know that what is problem and how we can solve that problem. Now, in the program design, we are learning the program design. The problem is firstly specified. First, we have to define the problem. Then we have to select the correct language for that. So in the programming area, we have to learn all the different languages which can be implemented for a particular solving a problem. So language we have to select. Then later, after the language, we have to design the algorithm. Now, what I said to you, that how to solve a problem regarding with the test, with the algorithms, and this algorithm can be tested. Now, algorithm algorithm is a step-by-step procedure. While preparing a cup of tea, first for preparing a cup of tea, we prepared so many things. We prepared the steps. First, we took the mixture of tea powder in our pot, and we placed some water in that. We boiled it. Also, one of the step. After later on, we put some sugar in that. That's in the next thing we milk. We put some milk in that boiled mixture. So that is one of the, later on we filtered that boiled mixture solution, mixture which consisting of water, tea powder, sugar, and milk. So at the last, we prepared a cup of tea. So that is called as an algorithm. So step-by-step procedure to solve any problem is an algorithm. Okay, then we have to give, that is UI, that is the user interface. How user will interact with the problem, that is user interface. Again, how we can interact with the user. User is a particularly those persons who are using that particular problem or solution of that problem. That is the user. Okay, and then after selecting of user interface, we have to consider the code. Code is a programming language code. Code is a particularly programming language code. If we are learning the C language, we have to write the code in the C language. If we learn C++, we have to write the code in that C language. If we learn Java language, we have to write the code for solving a problem in Java language. Later on, this is the debugging. The debugging is a thing, particularly we have to get the bugging. There may be some syntax problem, there may be some logical problems, logical errors will be there. So debugging is selecting a good, selecting a particularly good thing, that is avoiding these errors or correcting the errors. So correcting the errors may be from the syntax error or maybe the logical error. So that is the debugging. And later on, we have to maintain this problem, whether the problem gives the good answer or wrong answer. So these are the development process of the program. So program has different parts, and the program design have different steps. That is problem, then select the language, write the algorithms, write the user interface, write the code for that problem, debug that, keep the error free, and then maintain this program design. Okay, so that is the program development. Okay, let us see what is the debugging. Okay, what is this debugging? Debugging is the routine process of locating and removing program bugs, errors, or abnormalities, which is methodologically handled by software programmers via debugging the tools. Debugging checks, detects, and corrects error or bugs to allow proper program operations according to set of specifications. So debugging is also known as. So what is bug? Bug is some sort of an error. We have to detect that error, we have to check that error, and we have to correct that error. See here, so that we have to see here, what is debugging? Bug, what is bug? Here you can say bug is detecting the error. Detecting the error, bug is an error. We have to check it, we have to detect it, and we have to correct it. So debugging is a particularly routine process of locating and removing the computer program by bugs. See here, errors or abnormalities. Mostly the bugs are the errors. Okay, so these are two similar things. So errors, we have to correct that errors, that is our target. So that will be according to set of specifications. Some specifications will be there. So debugging is known as correcting and detecting the error, detecting and correcting the errors. Okay. I think, thank you for our lecture. Thank you very much for your kind approach towards the computer science, and I am very much thankful to you. I will make this classroom of you all, and later on I will place this today's lecture on YouTube also. Okay, you can watch this lecture from YouTube also. Okay, thank you very much, all of you students. Keep your video on. Keep your video on.